The report details how the former Myanmar governments and the current junta have not only used killing and violence, but also decades of cultural and linguistic repression as it moves toward the aim of destroying the Rohingya people. The government of Bangladesh is exacerbating this repression by banning Rohingya cultural events, closing Rohingya schools, and severely restricting freedom of movement for more than 1 million Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh.
Attacking culture, attacking language, that becomes easier to kind of villainize a group. That's something that we've seen through the course of some local practices within Rakhine State. We've seen it through various leaders, various officials in Myanmar. This genocidal campaign was a decades-long process.
The genocide against the Rohingya in Myanmar is ongoing. It was not just the military involved in the genocide. There are civilians in Myanmar who were complicit in the genocide and who are now fighting against the coup. They're fighting in the revolution. We would encourage those civilian leaders who have information about the way in which the genocide unfolded to come forward. The findings of this report, the very real risks of Rohingya cultural destruction, should really be a driving force for more cooperation to ensure accountability, to ensure the preservation of Rohingya and Myanmar culture as a whole.
Our languages are really connected to the way in which we transmit our oral traditions, our stories and prayers and songs, in many aspects of our cultures in our lives. The issue of language loss really needs to be addressed immediately and requires some radical actions.
We have to write together a constitutions of Myanmar based on federal democratic principles, again, regardless of race, religious, culture, ethnicities, or background. We all have to participate. This Rohingya identity and culture language has to be protected by our constitution.
This report is by far one of the most important landmarks for the conversation and the discourse around the transitional justice and reparations for the Rohingya community. I hope that we will have a very fruitful and meaningful discussion for the steps that need to take place for the Rohingya and ethnic communities across Myanmar to access justice and accountability for the invisible wounds inflicted upon them through cultural genocide.